Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy B here with you, welcoming you back to the channel and welcoming you back to what is our season finale, our regular season finale of Card Sharks here tonight on game number 21. And after tonight, I will be announcing the 4 players who will be competing in our Tournament of Champions over the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not sure exactly if we're going to be able to film both semifinal matches the same night, or if we're going to do 1-1. Just have to check with everybody's availability as the game goes along. But that's what we're looking forward to do. But right now, we got a game to get to. So welcome in to Card Sharks. And as always, thank you to our folks who are watching live stream. Thanks Dakota, Tony. I see you both out there watching the live stream. Appreciate it. And thank you for the poems. I see those there. I'll take a look at them a little bit closer later on. And remember, if you like to leave an opening poem for the show, you can leave it in the live chat or in the comment section below this video, and you might get a shout out here on this season, or if not, a future season of Card Sharks. So, and again, big shout out tonight to Tony for tonight's opening poem. And I say we just get started with it. Let's have some fun. Let's play the game. Aces and deuces will bring you delight, but turn up an 8 and that will cause a fright on Card Sharks. This is the game where a single turn of the cards could bring you $32,000 in cash. And now, here's the host of the show, Brandon Scruggs. Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome into Card Sharks here. Glad you could join us here for this regular season finale of our program here. We got 2 games ahead of us that will determine who our top 4 players will be going on to our Tournament of Champions and who could walk away with a bunch of cash in that. We'll talk more about that later. Right now, let's talk about welcoming back our returning champion here on the program, who has won 4 games so far this season. He's currently on a 1-game winning streak, but he's our current bubble boy and the man who's trying to hold on to his spot in our Tournament of Champions. So far with $19,300 in cash. Please welcome back Mr. Chris Chambers.
Thank you, Brandon. Hello, everybody.
Glad to have you back here, Chris. Here it is. We're at the regular season finale, sir. How are you feeling going into this game?
I feel kind of nervous, Brandon, since I'm on the bubble.
Yeah, that you are. And look at it. You don't look at it this way. You don't have to necessarily win a whole lot of money on this one. You just have to probably hold on to. If you can hold on to the championship by the end of this, you're guaranteed a spot in our Tournament of Champions at that point. So all you have to do is play the game at this point.
Have fun.
Absolutely. So remind the good folks out at home a little bit about yourself before we get going.
Well, I'm a full-time cashier for Arkansas. If I have any spare time, I like to go bowling.
So fantastic. Glad to have you back here with us. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And I believe we actually have a mistake on our screen here. So I'm going to change that over because we have a different contestant playing. Our first challenger of the night, coming to us by way of the state of Wisconsin, please welcome in Mr. Scott Michaels.
Hi, Scruggsy.
Hi, Scott. Glad to have you here with us. Remind the folks at home a little bit about you, sir.
Yeah, I am Scott Michaels. I am from Ripon, Wisconsin now. Originally was from Oshkosh. College student. Work at a convenience store right now. Working a lot to keep it light.
I feel that.
Yeah, love game shows, love video games. Got to get back into bowling. Took the year off to focus and finish up on school, but definitely still looking to reach PBA at some point.
Right, understandable there. Well, hopefully that dream comes true for you in the future, and hopefully your dream to maybe one shot our way into the Tournament of Champions works for you tonight. You ready to go?
Let me hit that long shot tonight, please.
Well, we shall see if that is the case. Good luck to you. Let's get into it. Let's play some Card Sharks. course, you know the name of the game is work your way across the board. Try to call if the next card is higher or lower than the previous one that is here. If you can do that and work your way across your row of cards, you're going to pick up a game, $500. Of course, it takes 2 games to win the match. And winner of our match goes on to the big money cards, where $32,000 in cash awaits one of you. So we'll see how that turns out. But before we get started, before you get to start calling cards here, you got to win a high-low toss-up question. And as we get started here in round number 1, we go to our champion first. So, Chris, we get you started tonight with this. We asked 100 people on the streets of Manhattan in New York City, and we asked them, if you were offered a good job in Los Angeles, would you take it? How many of those 100 Manhattaners said that they would?
How many people would take a job in L.A.? It depends what kind of a job they were offered. I would say 60 people.
You say 60 out of 100 of them said they would
Yes.
take that job in L.A. Scott, what do you think? Higher or lower than 60?
Could you read the question one more time? I'm sorry.
Sure. Again, we asked 100 people on the streets of Manhattan in New York City. If you were offered a good job in Los Angeles, would you take it? How many of those 100 people said that they would? Chris says it's 60. Do you think it's higher or lower?
I mean, good job, yes, but you're also living out in LA where cost is higher. I'm going to say it's lower.
I'm going to say it's lower than that. If you're right, of course, you'll play your cards first. If you're wrong, Chris will play his cards first. The actual number of Manhattaners who said they would take a job in Los Angeles and practically relocate is 34. It is much lower. All right. And that said, Scott, you've got control of the cards first. Let's take a look at your opening base card here for this game. Start you with a 6. Remember, you won the question, so you have the right to change it if you wish.
I'll keep it and I'll go higher.
Going to keep it and say higher than a 6. It's a king.
Lower.
One on lower than the king. It's a jack.
Lower.
One on lower than jack. Oh, no! Got caught by the bullet there. Unfortunately, cost you those 3 cards. Chris, free chance to play your base card. A 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4. It's a king.
Lower.
One on lower than the king. It's a 3.
Higher.
One on higher than 3. A 4.
Why not? Higher.
For the first game of the match and a $1,000 bonus for sweeping the board, this is higher than a 4. Oh, no!
No!
Got to the end. It cost you all 4 cards. Man, this is going to be a long night if this keeps up like this. Wow. I'm so sorry about that. It almost gave away that big money early on. But instead, nobody makes any advancement down the board, so we'll continue on with question number 2. This one goes to you, Scott. Scott, we asked 100 senior citizens, are you still a good dancer? How many of those 100 senior citizens said that they do, in fact, say they are still a good dancer?
I feel like there's quite a few of them that think they got the energy and they still got the pep in their step. So mid to high, I'll put it about 2/3 at 66.
66 of them say that they still believe that they're good dancers. Chris, what do you think? Higher or lower than 66?
I think it would just be a tad higher.
A little higher, he says. All right. Let's see. The actual number of senior citizens who believe that they're still a good dancer is 41. It's not higher. It's a little lower.
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
Just a little less than half. That seems to track, at least in my eyes here. All right, Scott, you got that 6. What would you like to do?
Let's change it this time.
All right. You didn't like the 6, so 6 goes away. And out to play, we'll now find 7. A little worse, unfortunately.
I've been seeing high cards, so let's go lower.
All right, lower than the 7. Oh, no, it is an 8. It only costs you 1 space
gross.
there. Nothing there. Chris, free chance to play your 4.
There we go again. Higher.
Going on higher than a 4. It's a 6.
I'm going to go higher.
Going on higher than the 6. Oh no, a 3. Cost you those 2
Yeah.
spots there. Again, nobody making any progress here. Both still on the base cards as we go to question number 3 now. This one's back to you, Chris. Chris, we asked 108th graders, have you ever forged your mom or dad's signature for something at school? How many of those 108th graders said they had? So we're talking 8th graders, so we're talking like 13-year-olds here at this point.
If they come home with bad grades on a report card or progress reports, I think they would have. I would say that's a 60 kids have, set to 0.
60, okay. 60 of them say they've forged their parent's signature for something for school. Scott, what do you think? Higher or lower than 60?
He put it right around where I would think.
Oh, Scott.
I'm gonna go lower. I don't think it's that high.
You don't think it's that high? I'd say you're the one that's closest to being school age at this point. Most of us in here. Did you ever do it?
No.
Good man.
My parents were always just like, "Oh, you're going on a school trip? Good, get rid of you for a day."
Understandable. Well, let's see what this survey here said. The actual number of 8th graders who said they have in fact forged their parents' signature for something at school is 33. It is much lower. Still surprised 1 out of 3 of them have done it. So interesting to see. All right, Scott, you're going to control again. You've got that 7.
No, I don't. I want a deuce, please.
Well,
change it.
I don't know if I can give you a deuce, but I can give you a new base card, and now it is a 5.
Okay, I'll go higher.
Again, higher than a 5. It's a 7. Glad you changed
thank God
it.
I did. Lower.
Lower than the 7. It's a 4.
Yes! Higher.
Come on, higher than a 4. Oh, no!
There it is!
Well, you tried to trick the cards, and I thought you had it, but nope, that 2 said, not today, apparently. I'm sorry about that. Chris, free chance of you with a 4.
I say throw some to chum. Higher.
That's come. Higher than 4. There it is, a 7.
I'm gonna lower.
Trying again, lower than the 7. It's a 3.
Higher.
Come on, higher than a 3. It's a 6.
You know what, Ben? I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna freeze.
Okay, gonna freeze it there. Only needing 1 card to win this round here. And we're down to our 4th and final question, so someone must win on this play of the cards. Question goes to you, Scott. All right, Scott, we asked 100 people over the age of 65. Do you think that a 35-year-old is too young to be a president? How many of those over 65 said that a 35-year-old is, in fact, too young to be president?
Trying to think, because you look at JFK, he was pretty young when he took office, and he was pretty good for his time. But you said they would think it's a good idea?
Yeah, we asked 100 people over the age of 65. Do you think that a 35-year-old is too young to be president? How many of them said yes?
Is too young. I feel like a bunch of them still would. End of a day, I'll say 70.
70 of them said that 35-year-old is too young to be president. Chris, what do you think? Higher or lower than 70?
I'm gonna say lower, question mark.
Lower with a question mark. I don't know if I can put a question mark up there, but I can put the answer up there, and that answer is the number of people who were 65 and older that said that a 35-year-old is just too young to be president of the United States is 50. It's right up the middle.
Wow.
It is lower.
Ouch.
All right, Chris, the option's yours. I believe this might be the first time you've been in this scenario. You only need 1 card to win the first game of the match. Scott needs to run the entire board. But again, the option is yours. You want to play it, or would you like to pass?
I am going to pass it to Scott.
All right.
Good luck, Scott.
All right, Scott. It's over to you. You got to clear the board. If you can, not only will you pick up the game and the match, but also a $1,000 bonus for sweeping it. So good luck. Call it from the 5.
Here's hoping this is higher.
Go on, higher than a 5. Here's a 9.
Ew. Lower.
Oh, lower than a 9. It's a 6.
Higher.
Higher than the 6. Oh no, it's another 6. And Chris picks up game number 1. There you go. Almost got it. Didn't quite pan out there, but well done, Chris. $500 for you brings you up to $19,800, and we're going to clear that board off and get set up for game number 2 here. And Scott's going to try to play a little catch up here, and he's going to start with question to him. So Scott, according to Market Watch, and this was as of 2022, according to Market Watch, what percentage of the people who buy pumpkin spice lattes are men? Again, according to Market Watch in 2022, what percentage of the people who buy pumpkin spice lattes are men?
Boy, I was hoping you would have asked how many are white women. Then I would have said all of them. Realistically, though, I do like pumpkin spice. How many men would admit to it? 25%.
Say 25% of them say that who buy pumpkin spice lattes, they say are men. Chris, what do you think? Percentage higher or lower than 25?
I hope it's going to be a little higher.
You say higher than that. All right, let's see. According to the Market Watch study, the percentage of people who buy pumpkin spice lattes that are men is 47. Is actually slightly higher.
Wow.
I guess guys like their pumpkin spice lattes too. Me personally, I'm not one of them. I don't drink that much coffee to begin with anyway.
Me neither.
All right, Chris, you've got control of the cards, and let's see. Yep, wrong button there, Seamus. There you go. Thank you.
I wonder if Seamus is having a pumpkin latte right now.
He might have spiked it possibly at this point. Who knows? But let's see. All right, Chris, let's take a look at your opening base card this time. You start with a 10.
Change it.
Changing that 10. You don't like it. Instead of the 10, you'll now find an ace.
Lower.
Going on lower than the ace. It's a 2. Higher than the 2. It's an 8 up the middle.
Yeah. I'm going to stop right there. Freeze it, baby.
Freeze it right there, making a smart decision on that one there. You only need 2 more cards to complete this round, and we'll go on to question number 2, which actually does go to you, Chris. So here it is. We asked 100 lawyers, if you could do it all over again, would you still be a lawyer? How many of those 100 lawyers said that they would?
I would say 45 people.
45 out of 100 of them said that if they could be a lawyer, they would do it all over again. What do you think, Scott? Higher or lower than 45?
I think they went through it once. They would have wanted to do it again. Lower.
I'm going to say lower than that. Well, let's see. The actual number of lawyers who said that if they had to start all over again, would they still be a lawyer? The answer is 87 of them. It is much higher. Wow, I am shocked that many would. But again, I guess once you're in the profession, if it's something you have a passion for, it makes sense.
Also, the money.
Yeah, the money is definitely a upkeep for sure. All right. Chris, let's see. Scott, you said lower, so that means, Chris, you've got control of the cards. You've got that 8.
Change it. Bye-bye, snowman.
All right. No 8 today, he says. Instead, you'll now play with a king.
Lower.
Lower than the king. It's a 7.
Why not? Lower.
For the game and the match of the return of the money cards, lower than a 7. It's a 6. He's got it.
Good game, Scott.
Good game.
Well played, sir. Congratulations, Scott. Chris, you hold on to your championship a little longer. Another $1,000. You're going to play the money cards here in just a minute. Well, Scott, unfortunately, it was a short-lived term here for you on the show, but did you have fun with us?
I did. I played Chris before, and he's an absolute beast at this game. So good luck, Chris.
Well,
Thank you, Scott.
again, well,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you for making it in. Hopefully, we get to see you more next season when we get back to Card Shark. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Scott Michaels.
Take it for 32.
Thank God.
All right, Chris, another $1,000 for you this game. You're now $20,300. Let's go see if you can add another $32,000 to it as we tackle the money cards.
Woo.
Alrighty, time for the big money cards, Chris. As you know, here's how we play. We start you off with $200 of brand new betting money. You're going to work your way across the board, making minimum bets of $50 till you get to the second row. We'll give you additional $400 and 3 more cards. Remember, you can change one base card on each level, including the big bet card at the top of the board. Once you get there, though, however, you must risk half your money. If you can do a perfect double all the way to the top of the board, you're going to win $32,000 in cash.
Let's do it.
And that's, again, the more money you get here will give you better chances to make it into our Tournament of Champions, which I believe with that win there, I think might put you into our top 4. I'll have to double check the numbers during the commercial break to make sure. But let's get to it. You ready to play?
Yes.
All right, let's deal out those cards. Give him a fresh $200, please. There it is. Best of luck, friend. Here we go. Starting you with your base card of a 5.
I'm going to keep it $50 higher.
All right, make a minimum bet $50. Higher than a 5. Oh, no, it is a 3. Cost you a little bit there, but you're down to $150 and a better card.
I'm going to keep it $100 higher.
All right, $100. If this card is higher than a 3, it is a jack up to $250.
I'm going to keep it and go $200 lower.
Big bet here on the jack. $200 lower. It's a 4. Very nice. $450 there. We're going to nearly double your money again as you move up to the next level. Give you another $400 there. You have $850 now and a 4.
I'm going to keep it $100 higher.
All right, $100. This card is higher than a 4. It is up the middle. 8. You got $950 now.
Let's change it with number uno.
Number 1 doesn't want that 8, so instead the 8 will now play a jack.
$500 lower.
Big bet here. $500. Nearly half your winnings. Oh, if this card is lower than a jack. It is with a 9. Really good. $1,450 now with a 9.
$50 higher.
Minimum bet here. Looking for a better card. Higher than the 9. It is. Very good. $1,500, sir. As we move that 10 up to the big bet. Do you want to keep it?
No, change it with number 2.
Change it with card number 2. Important big bet card here for you. Instead of the 10, your big bet card is now a 3. You got $1,500. You must risk at least $750.
I'm going to go $800 higher.
All right. You'll either finish with $700 or you'll finish with $2,300 if this card is anything higher than a 3. He's got it. Very nice. Another $2,300 there, sir. Now gives you a grand total here on Card Sharks of $22,600. Very nice. Good score for you, sir. Well done. How are we feeling now?
Believe.
Relief so far for this one, sure, but you're not quite done yet. We're going to go ahead and take ourselves a quick commercial timeout, and when we come back, Chris has got another opponent to play, and we got more Card Sharks headed your way right after this. Stay with us.
I put that in more, buddy.
welcome back here to Card Sharks here on this very cold January evening here. We're glad you could be back here. As you saw during our break, Chris Chambers has managed to win over $22,000 now in cash and prizes, or cash at this point, and he has now secured himself a spot in our Tournament of Champions. So congratulations, sir.
Thank you,
So
Brandon.
you're in, and now we're going to see down to our final contestant of our regular season to see if he can one-shot his way in to our Tournament of Champions. So please welcome in, for playing for the first time this season here, coming to us by way of the great state of Florida, we have Jason DeCanio. Welcome in, sir.
Thank you very much, Brandon.
Glad to have you aboard here. So go ahead and tell the folks a little bit about yourself, sir.
Well, I'm originally from Queens, New York, but now living in Oviedo, Florida. I am a podcaster of 15 years, DoorDasher and Uber Eats driver by day, and I also host 3 of the game shows on the MVG Production Studios as well on Monday nights. So coming out here to see if I can try my luck with this game. We'll see what happens.
Well, glad to have you aboard here. Good luck to you. Let's get right to it and play our second game of Card Sharks here. Players have cut the cards during the break here, so Chris is going to get the first question here as we start game number 2 with this. Chris, we asked 100 doctors' wives, were you one of your husband's patients before you married him? How many of those 100 doctors' wives said that they were?
Hey, that's a pretty high number, Brandon. 62.
62 out of those 100 doctors' wives said that they were patients of their husbands before they married them. What do you think, Jason? Higher or lower than 62?
Well, back in the day, usually if there was doctors, there was a husband and wife practice. I've seen a lot of those, and my mom, being a nurse of over 50 years, has experienced situations where one or two of the family members is in the medical field in some way, shape, or form. So I probably, but repeat what the situation again was. The question
again. We asked 100 doctors' wives, were you one of your husband's patients before you married him? How many of them said
I'm
yes?
I'm going to say that's lower, though.
You're going to say it's lower. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. The actual number of doctors' wives who said they were actually one of their husband's patients before they married him is 72. It's actually slightly higher. Slightly higher.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, that should be a soap opera.
Yeah.
It is. We call it General Hospital. Boom.
General Hospital.
Thank you. Anyway, there's my one bad joke for the day. Feel free to boo me in the comment section down below. It's okay. I can take it. Anyway, Chris, you've got control of the cards first. Let's take a look at your opening base card. It's a queen.
Ooh.
I'm going to keep and go low.
Lower than a queen. It's a 2.
Higher.
Higher than a 2. It's a 6.
Why not? I'm going higher.
Going on. Higher than the 6. Oh, no. 3.
Oh, no.
Cost you those 3 cards there. Back to your base card. Jason, a free chance to play your base card of a 4.
We're going to go higher, Brandon.
Higher than a 4. Oh, no. 3 catches you there. Nobody making any progress off that question here. As we continue on to question 2, I should say. This one goes to you, Jason. Jason, we asked 100 women living in Los Angeles, California. As far as you know, do you snore? How many of those 100 LA women said, in fact, that they do?
Well, if they actually want to admit it, I know the polls are confidential no matter where you go. But if they really want to admit it and they're in a closed room with the person asking that question, they probably would say yes. So in that case, it might be a high number. But then again, they wouldn't want to, that's good. I'm going to say 57.
All right, 57 of them, you said, admitted to the fact they snore. All right, Chris, what do you think? Higher or lower than 57?
My dad has told me I've snored. I'll say higher.
You're going to say higher than... Well, we're not necessarily asking about you. We're asking more about... We're asking more along the lines for women who live in Los Angeles here. But you want to stick with higher?
I'll stick with higher, Brandon.
Okay. No problem. Let's see. Here we go. The actual number of LA women who said, in fact, that they admit they snore is 35. It's not higher. It's much lower.
They lie.
About one out of three. That seems close to what I was thinking. I figured it was around 40-ish or so, but that seems about right. All right, Jason, you get to control the cards here, and
Well, we're gonna keep that 4 and go higher.
go on higher than 4.
Oh,
It's
maybe.
a 10.
Lower.
Go on lower than the 10. It's a 5.
Higher.
Higher than a 5. It's a 7.
Freeze.
Ooh, going to freeze right there. Not going for the $1,000 bonus there. But only need one card to complete and win this round. Question number 3 now. This one goes back to you, Chris. Chris, we asked 100 women. Have you ever told a guest to make themselves at home when you really wish they would just leave? How many of those 100 women, in fact, said that they have?
I would say 55 women have.
55 out of 100 women said they've told someone to make themselves at home when they really just wanted them to leave. Jason, what are you thinking? Higher or lower than 55?
Now, this day and age, you really know how to pick and choose your friends, or even then, that you want to make sure your enemies are getting a little bit of not inviting them. But if they were going to kind of play an act where they were going to do that, I would say a little bit higher.
I'd say a little bit higher than that. We shall see.
Mm-hmm.
The actual number of women who have told a guest to make themselves at home when they really wish they would just leave is 73. It's much higher.
Yeah.
Almost 3 out of every 4. Wow. Surprising. Okay. Jason, you've got control again. You've got that 7. What would you like to do?
Oh, we're going to change it.
Yeah, you won the questions. You have the right to change it. Changing that 7 now to a queen.
Let's go lower.
For the first game of the match, lower than a queen. It's a 9. He's done it.
Good job, Jason.
All right.
There we go. Well done. $500 for you. Put you on the board first. 1 game to nothing. And we're going to see if you can play, get a chance to maybe try to one-shot your way into our Tournament of Champions here. Let's clear the board out. Deal those next cards off the top of the deck as we go to game number 2. And we start in game number 2 with the challenger going first this time. So, Jason, this question is for you.
Mm-hmm.
We asked 100 fifth graders, are you on Instagram? How many of those fifth graders said, in fact, they do, or have an account, or on Instagram?
Well, I was on Instagram for a little while myself until I realized it was just another one of those Facebook wannabe things, because Facebook basically owns Instagram. But being that everybody is on the social media and TikTok is the big thing, and they were all wishy-washy about that today, I'm going to say Instagram's a little bit more of an adult Facebook, so I'm going for kids, right? Whether it's under the age of 13?
Yeah, we asked
Or 18?
fifth graders, so we're looking at 10-year-olds here,
Okay.
basically.
10-year-olds. Oh, I'm going to say it's a low number, probably about 24.
24 out of 100 of them said they're on Instagram. Chris, what do you think? Higher or lower than 24?
I agree with Jason, but I think it's just a tad low.
You say even lower than that.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think it's going to be higher, but just the amount of kids that have their own social media accounts at such a young age, and maybe either their parents may be monitoring them, but a lot of them just want to be part of that social clique, and a lot of it's gone online. So we'll see who's right here. The actual number of fifth graders who said, in fact, they do have their own Instagram accounts is 43. It's not lower. It's much higher. Not quite as high as I thought it was going to be, but fairly.
I thought it was going to be lower, but no.
Fair high enough. All right, Jason, you've got control of the cards here, and let's take a look at your opening base card here for this round. It's a queen.
Oh, lady, beautiful lady. Let's go lower.
Lower than the queen. It's a 5.
Higher.
Going on higher than a 5. It's a queen.
Yeah. Lower.
Lower than the queen. It's a 2. What was that?
Gotta be higher.
For the game and the match and a chance to make our Tournament of Champions, if this is higher than a 2. He's got it!
Good job, Jason.
Very nice, sir. That is $500 for the game, plus $1,000 for sweeping the board that time. You've already got $2,000, sir. Nicely done.
Thank you very much.
And you're going to get another crack at the mini cards here in just a minute. Chris, unfortunately, this is where we got to say goodbye to you, my friend. But did you have fun?
Yes, I did, and I'm glad I'm in the tournament. Thanks for having me this season, Brandon.
Yeah, you are definitely in the tournament. So more than likely, we will see you either over the next couple weeks to compete for tournament champions. The question now becomes, will you be playing against Jason DeCanio? We shall find out as Jason gets his one shot to try to see if he
Get him, Jason.
crack the money
Thank
cards.
you.
You ready to play?
I'm ready. Let's do it, Brandon.
Let's go. Let's play the money cards. All right, money cards time is here. So now, basically, here's what you're looking at overall, Jason. The score you have to beat is $20,250. You have $2,000 so far your credit, so you need to crack the money cards here for $18,251 or better to make our tournament of champions. Anything less, and Adam will breathe a sigh of relief as he will be our fourth and final entry into our tournament. So, are you ready to play?
I will, and I'm going to do my best. Let's go.
All right, just a reminder to you for the rules. Of course, you can change one card on each level. Minimum bets are $50 till you get to that top card. On the big bet, you have to wager at least half your winnings, okay? So good luck. Let's deal those cards. Here's fresh $200. Let's see if you can make the championship. Good luck, sir. Opening base card for you is a jack.
Oh, Jack, yeah. Let's go all of it lower. Why not?
Trying to shoot the moon. All of it. You said lower?
Lower.
All right, just want to confirm. Lower than the jack. Oh, no.
Ouch.
And that I might shot you right there. But, hey, at this point, just try to win as much as you can. We're going to move that ace up. $400 new betting money. Sir, what would you like to do?
I knew that ace was going to be coming up one of these days and to haunt me, and it did. Well, I got to go over lower, Brandon.
Try again. Come on, double up. All of it lower than the ace. It's a 4. Here you go. $800.
Well, I'll go all of it higher. Got none to lose.
Yeah, at this point, going on. All of it higher than a 4. It's a 10. 1,600.
Let's change that with number 3.
Makes sense here, changing that card out with number 3, and instead there we now play a 7.
Oh, jeez. Well, again, you know what they say. I'm kind of a near middle card. I was still going to go all of it higher.
Big risky here for $3,200. We want this to be higher than a 7. Yes, it is. $3,200 with that queen. We move it up. Would you like to change it?
No, I'm going to keep the queen and go all of it lower. And if I came with nothing, so I leave with nothing if that's the case. But hey, still got $2,000 when I come out of it.
Yeah, but say that's not nothing. That's a nice little sum. You're guaranteed $2,000, but I want to give you another $6,400 if this card is lower than a queen. He's got it.
Right.
Nicely done. $6,400 for you. Added to your previous winnings. Grand total now $8,400. Not bad, sir. Not bad at all. And that's a good way to wrap up the season for you. How you feeling right now?
I feel great. I'm glad I was able to play and come on, even though I'm not getting to the farther events. It was nice here. And like I said, don't forget to check us out tomorrow night. The 3 game shows here at MVG Productions.
Yep, you can find those. Go ahead and promote your channel real quick on your way out.
Oh, yeah. As you can see, it's Jay's All TV and Sports channel. I'm on YouTube, and I have 3 game shows, plus a whole bunch of other great shows that you can check out during the week. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We would love to have you there. We're about 5 away from 100, so I'm hoping to get some more subscribers. In the meantime, good luck to all you guys at the tournament.
All right.
Jason,
Give it up for him there one time. Very nice. All right. And with that final win there, that now solidifies our 4 players who will be playing in our Tournament of Champions And our number 4 spot there with $20,250, we have Mr. Adam Oliver. In third place with $21,700, Joshua Rooten. In second place with $22,600, our former champion, Chris Chambers.
Yay, me!
And our only contestant to actually make it 5 in a row and automatically qualify with $32,300, Mr. Aaron Glenn.
Yay!
These 4 contestants will be battling out in our Tournament of Champions starting next week here on the program, but that is going to have to wait till then because we are all out of time for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in and watching us here on Card Sharks Live. Sorry for the late start. Got a little bit behind the cold weather and everything. It kind of impedes things sometimes, but we're making it do what we're going to do, and we're glad that you still decided to tune in and join us here. So thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you missed any of the action so far from this season, check out the playlist here on the channel. And if you don't want to miss out on any of the future action in our Tournament of Champions next week, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. That way you never miss out on all the fun and games going down here at MVG Productions. And until we see you next week right here for the start to our Tournament of Champions, thank you so much for watching. I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, and we will see you next week right here for Card Sharks Live. Till then, so long, everybody.
Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the final buzzer sounds and the lights dim on another exciting day, we bid farewell here at MVG Productions, broadcasting from the heart of Silva, North Carolina. Today we've seen contestants triumph, puzzles unravel, and fortunes change. We hope our game shows brought you thrills, laughter, and maybe a few nail-biting moments. Thank you for being a part of our audience, supporting us, and recognizing the vision of Brandon Scruggs, who owns and operates MVG Productions. Until next time, we leave you with our national anthem. Good night. Ladies and gentlemen, as the final buzzer sounds and the lights dim on another exciting day, we bid farewell here at MVG Productions, broadcasting from the heart of Silva, North Carolina. Today, we've seen contestants triumph, puzzles unravel, and fortunes change. We hope our game shows brought you thrills, laughter, and maybe a few nail-biting moments. Thank you for being a part of our audience, supporting us, and recognizing the vision of Brandon Scruggs, who owns and operates MVG Productions. Until next time, we leave you with our national anthem. Good night.
Macaroni and the chicken strip.